Well, good afternoon. It is Eric Arnold here in the Sports Barn on this Monday, October 11th, 2021. Hey, we're going to have a couple MLB picks for you here. Big day of MLB. Everybody's in action. All four series are still going. So if you like baseball, subscriber F, today's your day. Hopefully you don't have to work and you can just sit there and watch baseball all day long. Weekend wise, not great. We had 12 games in college football on Saturday. 5 winners, 7 losers. Disappointed. Wasn't good. It wasn't good. Could have been worse. Could have been better, but it wasn't. So, that brings our record for the year to something pretty average, like 32 wins and 28 losses. Could be worse. Could be worse. We're still, like I said, this is kind of where I'm at here, where I'm kind of looking like baseball and college basketball is where you can generate so much volume as far as picks go. In other words, I'm hitting college football at a 53.3% rate. And if we continue that, we'll end up maybe 10 units for the season. Well, we were up 27 units for baseball for the whole season. There were just so many more games. We were able to generate, 500-600 picks during the baseball season. So that's where I'm kind of thinking we kind of might just skip the NFL altogether and just get right into college basketball here next month. Just focus on college football and basketball and just skip the NFL. This is all kind of, like I said, this is a 10-year project, of which we're in, year 2? Or is it 3 now? So I'm just learning how to budget my time so I can try to get as many units to the good and make as much money as we possibly can, because we're going to need it at any rate. So what else happened in college football? Well, I guess Alabama lost, right? I guess that's the story of the weekend. I unfortunately was not able to see hardly anything in college football. I had a wedding I needed to attend. So pretty much I missed the entire Penn State game. I missed I saw the last, 5 minutes of the Alabama game. And then I was skipping around because the Michigan-Nebraska game was coming right down to the wire at the same time. And I was trying to watch that. But what is it? I guess the only thing that really significant there is now Alabama has to beat Georgia in the SEC title game. I don't think Alabama's going to have a problem winning out the rest of their schedule and meeting Georgia in the SEC title game. They just need to win that game now. In other words, had they been undefeated rolling into that game, they could lose to Georgia and they'd still be in the playoff. But now with 2 losses, I know, you cynical people out there, I hear you're saying, they'll still be in with 2 losses. They'll be in with 5 losses. You're right. You're probably right. But I actually don't think the committee's going to be able to do it. It's just, especially if Cincinnati goes undefeated, that Cincinnati's just killing people right now. I was wrong on that play there with Temple. I really thought Temple would give them a game, and this is where I need probably just to kind of rely on my model, because I think that the model gives me like guardrails that keeps me, on the lane, if you will. And I totally just made that one up, and I was totally wrong. Cincinnati maybe really is pretty good. I keep going back to just, less than a year ago, Cincinnati played Georgia. They just played them within this past year. The Georgia that's beating the living shit out of everybody. They just played these guys, Cincinnati did, within the past year. And it was close. Cincinnati led the whole way and just lost at the end by less than a touchdown. I guess everybody just throws that game away because they figure, Georgia, they didn't give a shit. They were sad because they had to play a shitty team like Cincinnati, so they played their third string and blah, blah, blah. Maybe. I honestly don't remember the narrative or how that game went. All I know is Cincinnati came within a few points of mighty Georgia, and nobody's done that since. So, I don't know. But... So, yeah, the Big Ten, Penn State, I think, is still... I haven't looked up how badly hurt their starting quarterback is. I mean, everybody in Penn State runs this guy down. He sucks. But then, he gets hurt, and then you find out, oh, wow, he's a starter for a reason. Because the backup's even worse. The Penn State had that game until their quarterback got hurt. They would have won the game had their starting quarterback not got hurt. Penn State wins out, they're still probably looking okay for the playoff. They just got to take care of business now, but in 3 weeks they come to Columbus, and it looks like maybe Ohio State has righted the ship a little bit. All these 5A talent that we got, maybe we finally taught these kids some of the basic principles of defense. Like, if you stay between the goal line and your man, that makes it harder for the guy to score. Or you have to be close enough to him so you can reach out and grab him to bring him to the ground. That's called tackling. If we've taught these kids some of these basic principles and they can actually execute it, our chances of winning will have gone up a lot. So we'll see. Everybody, I guess the easy opinion right now is Ohio State's still the big swinging dick in the Big Ten, and we're going to smash through everybody and win the Big Ten again. Maybe, there are a lot of teams in that top 10 in our division. Penn State, Michigan State undefeated. Who would have seen that coming? And then, of course, Michigan's there. Who would have seen that coming? So, and we got to play all these teams yet. So that should be interesting. Now the teams are going to start dropping by the wayside, and we'll find out, who's going to get the right to lose to Alabama by 4 touchdowns, right? So, well, I guess let's get to the baseball here. The 2 picks we have, the early game, or I guess the early game's probably going on right now, that Atlanta-Milwaukee game. Didn't have a read there. I guess you just got to pick Milwaukee because we just got to assume the Braves are going to choke at some point. But that's not one of our plays. The games we liked were the American League games. Got to go here with... we're going to go with the White Sox. Seem to have found where their bats were. They seem to remember where they put them. In yesterday's game, got lots and lots of hits. They were behind, too. They got behind early, and then finally, they didn't just give up and get run out of town on a 3-0 sweep. They hit the ball around. So we're going to say the White Sox are going to hit the ball again today. And I think the pitcher's going to do some business. I think he's going to do enough to hold down the Astros and let the White Sox get out to a decent lead. I like the fact Rodon apparently has had a sore arm the entire second half, and they've been using this guy like every 10th day. But when he does take the mound, he gets outs. He's been off for like 11 days now since the last time he pitched. So I think he's good for at least 5-6 innings. And like I said, whenever he goes out there, no matter how shitty he feels or how badly his arm hurts, he gets outs. The guy's got an ERA of 2.3, I think. So I think he's good for today. I think he'll be fine. Carry him into that 6th, 7th inning. I think Hendricks and Kimbrel, then you got them back there, and they'll be ready to go. I think the White Sox have a distinct pitching advantage today, and we're going to go ahead and say they're going to keep the series alive, take this back to Houston for Game 5. And then Tampa. I've said all year long, Tampa's the best team in the American League. They just kind of fell on the wrong end of the seesaw last night, where that was a game that could have been won, and honestly probably would have been won if it wasn't for just some fluky, stupid ball. I didn't even know that was a rule. I thought, if a fielder knocked the ball out of play, that the umpire would then determine, where the runner got placed, not an automatic 2 bases. I'd have to look that one up, but no one complained, so clearly it was the right rules interpretation on that. It's a ground rule double, but the guy was going to score because it's in deep, deep, deep right center field in Fenway Park, which is real deep water out there. So there's no way you're going to be able to throw the ball from the wall in right center field to home plate and get the guy in time. The guy would have been able to walk backwards and score. And he did, but then they said, oh, it doesn't count because the fielder batted the ball. It was unintentional. It was clearly unintentional, but still, it hit the fielder. It would not have been a ground rule double otherwise. It hit the outfielder. So just bad break for the Rays. Had that run scored, the closer would have come in, and it wouldn't have been the pitcher that gave up the meatball to Vasquez that put the Red Sox in the winner's circle. Anyway, what's that have to do with today? Nothing, except I still think the Rays are a better team. Now, it'll be a gut check now for the Rays. In the history of baseball, it's happened a zillion times that the better team loses to a worse team just because. So now the Rays are going to have to man up and do their job. They were in total swing mode last night in extra innings. It was bad. That makes me worried a little bit, but I don't know. I just think that the Rays are going to circle the wagons and go, you know what? We're better than those guys. We're better than those guys. Some of you seed throwers out there, guys all throw 98, 99. Let's just blow these fuckers away. Just, woof, here's 99, hit it. Boom. Here's 99, hit it. Boom. No more nibbling at corners. Let's just get aggressive and go get these guys and see if they can hit it. So that's what I'm hoping the Rays do today. That their bullpen just comes out on fire and it's just whiffing people left and right. So we're going to take them both, the White Sox and the Rays. That's what we got there for you today. And we will have a college football video for you. I'm going to try for Thursday, but I doubt I'll get that done because I just haven't done it in the past. Just a week gets away. We're going to do a politics video right now. That's next. I'm going to post them back to back. I figure why not? I probably got somewhat different audiences. I probably don't. It's probably the same 20 people that watch both videos. But I don't know that totally for a fact. I think it is, but I'm not sure. Anyway, great thanks. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. That always makes us happy. Or you can go ahead and hit the like button. That always makes us happy too. Number next. Politics video up next. Eric Arnold signing off.